the sweets of life, such as those who celebrate. And really, life is all about being the help, being the assistance to somebody else. So, Hope, I'm grateful to you. Gordon, I appreciate you. Regine, I thank you. Mr. President, Chair, all persons, I thank you. And I want to leave you with this certificate of special congressional recognition. What would a ceremony like this be without a certificate of special congressional recognition? Given that my colleague is here, I'm going to ask the Honorable Lindsay Fletcher to come up and let's have the chair of the board and doctor. And if you let me, I'll do it. So somebody stop me. Somebody stop me. All right, dear friends. It reads, Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition. Imagine that. Presented to Hope Health and Wellness Center on the occasion of your groundbreaking ceremony. On behalf of the constituents of the 9th Congressional District of Texas, this is the 9th Congressional District of Texas, I salute your dedication to providing health and educational resources to residents across the greater Houston area. And I am reminded of the words attributed to Ruth Smeltzer. I'm not sure that that's correct, but she reminds us, if these are her words, that some measure their lives by days and years, others by heartthrobs, passions, and tears. But the surest measure under God's sun is what for others in their lifetime have you done. Thank you for what you've done for others in your lifetime. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much for your joy. Not in Congress as long as Congressman Green, but she has made a true impact in the time that she has been in Congress. She stood by so many people at times of need. She's kind of a go-to person that she does. When we have problems with immigration, oftentimes it's her aides who will run interference to try to get things done. So without further ado, Congressman Lizzie Fletcher.
Thank you so much, Gordon. And thanks to all of you for being here. Thank you for welcoming me and including me in this ceremony this morning. I'm delighted to be with all of you. I will just start by saying one of the very first lessons I learned when I was elected to Congress and I went to speak, even before I'd been sworn in, was that it is very hard to follow Congressman Al Green. But the other thing I learned right away is that it is very easy to work with him. He is a true leader. He's the chair of our Texas delegation. He works to bring people together, and I'm so privileged and honored to be in the 9th Congressional District this morning and to be here with Congressman Al Green. Thank you so much for your leadership, Congressman Green. And thanks to the leadership of everyone who's here, the board members, the representing the constituents of the 7th Congressional District who definitely and are so grateful for what the clinic does for our community. And I, having visited myself, having been there and seen firsthand the incredible impact that Hope Clinic has, I'm just really, really privileged and pleased to be here this morning. And that's why it was easy for me to lend my voice in support of Congressman Green's request for a special appropriation, a community-funded project for Health and Human Services funding for this center. And looking at the center behind us and looking at the ground that is already dug up behind us, we can see at this moment how impactful this will be for our community at a time when we need it so much. We have seen over the last year and a half in particular, but for years before, as Regine was explaining, it is for people to have access to quality affordable health care, for people to have care from people they know and trust, who know them, who care about them, who show up for them day in, day out, and who are there to make sure that they get the care that they need. And they're going to get care that they need here. It is incredible what is going to happen in this facility, to have quality primary care, to have OB-GYN care, to have dental and vision and behavioral health specialists, as well as a pharmacy and a teaching kitchen and a garden and a cafe, and all of the things that really speak to the health and wellness of our entire community, our entire population, all of the things that we need to live healthy and active and meaningful lives. And right now, we know that we are facing so many challenges when it comes to access to health care. It's why I was so proud that my bill to expand Medicaid in states like Texas that haven't expanded yet was included in the American Rescue Plan. And it's why I keep working with Congressman Green and our congressional delegation every day to get people the care they need to expand our access to health care. But what we see is so symbolic of what we do in Houston, where there's a need. We don't wait for someone else to solve that problem. We need it. We meet the need here, and we bring our community together. Our diverse community, people from all across this region are here this morning, 42,000 patients, and create a teaching site, a place where people, certainly, as was mentioned earlier, this will be a place where people can come that is equipped to withstand whatever disasters may come our way. And unfortunately, we have seen too many in recent years that unfortunately coincided with your capital campaign, but didn't seem to slow it down, which is fantastic. So I know and I'm hearing these needs, and I'm just so grateful to be here to be a part of this morning. And I will say, as a sort of personal note, we have been dealing with a family health crisis over the last week or so. And I know from firsthand experience what people need in a moment when they need health care. What they need quality care. They need quality care. They need compassionate care. They need care close to home. They need to be able to get the care they need. They need guidance. They need assistance from people who can help them in whatever language, in whatever state they're in. That's what people need, and most of all, what they need is hope. And that's what they get. That's what they get at the Hope Clinic now, and that's what they're going to get right here on this site as soon as this building is completed. So I just want to share my congratulations to everyone who has made it possible to be here this morning and making this happen. I thank you for including me in this morning's celebration and all you have done, and I thank you for your work for our community and the incredible impact that you have had and will continue to have through what we're celebrating here with this groundbreaking this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Congresswoman. Next person, been alluded to earlier. He's been around for a long time, dear friend, Jay Guerrero, representing Senator Cornyn.
Very much appreciate his work here and everybody's work here. I know the senator has been a huge fan of the work of the federally qualified health centers and what they bring to the region and the state of Texas. He's always supported them. He's always advertised. The senator is supported early on and has a deep appreciation for all of you, and he sends his greetings to the Chow family for their work and bringing this forward and supporting this, and sends his regards to Congressman Bruce Green and Fletcher. I'm just going to quickly read this letter that he sent me with, and it says, "Dear friends, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate you on the groundbreaking of the TT and WF Chow Foundation Hope Health and Wellness Clinic. I admire your dedicated efforts to achieve this goal. It's an accomplishment of which you should be very proud. Since 2002, the Hope Clinic has provided a variety of excellent medical services to the Chow Foundation to make this clinic reality. Hope Clinic has the vision of bringing high quality health care to clients